She is not called Georgina Onuoha for nothing. She's a Nigerian and Igbo woman, a Nollywood actress that always lent her voice. She always lent her voice whenever there's an issue going on in the country. She is not a saboteur. She is not a pretender. She knows that her voice is her power, and she must, as a matter of fact, lend it whenever things are going wrong. I want you to watch what she has to say, her own contribution concerning this Regina Daniels issue and her husband. A lot of you are very, very blind. Some of you don't understand. But I want to allow you to watch this lady, hear what she has to say.
Senator Ned Nwoko.
Making serious
I
points.
won't even call you a senator. Mr. Ned Nwoko. Quick question for you. Very Dark Man, as they usually call him, just reported that you were planning on arresting your mother-in-law, your estranged wife's mother, and her family for aggravating an emotion that was there to your heart. Because candidly, they didn't mention about your late son, whom you're saying died of heart attack, and they are claiming that he died of drug overdose. Regardless, may his soul rest in peace. That being said, do you think the world will applaud you that you're harassing, intimidating, and using the judicial or the law enforcement apparatus to intimidate this family because you have the wherewithal to do that? You see, you are claiming that the claims they made about your late son was malicious, and every parent will be aggrieved by that. But you went low first, and they met you right in the gutters and in the mud. If you are hurt that the memory of your late son, whom you're saying died of heart attack, could trigger you to want to, arrest and intimidate your mother-in-law. Now you see why your mother-in-law and her children are reacting the way they are reacting, because you castigated and casted aspersions on her kids. First, you called her daughter that was given to you at 16, 17 as a drug addict, and you claimed that her other kids are her supplier. So you see why any mother will want to go to any length, just as you want to go to that same length to protect the memory of your child. You see, at times we dish what we cannot take. This young girl said she doesn't want to marry you anymore. And I don't think there is any law on earth that will want to force her to go back into a relationship to say she's done with. Are you kidding me? Secondly, your wife just alleged that you are using her brother's arrest as a bait to want to force her hand to come back home. And she said, and I quote, "I will go back so that you can inject me and rape me." These are grievous allegations. And it should be a matter of concern for every meaning Nigerian, regardless of how you see Regina and her incident when she thought. In less than 24 hours of the video circulating online that claimed that you were assaulting this little girl who is old enough to be your grandchild, you put out a statement. I repeat, no loving husband will condemn their wife, the mother of their kids, to that. It shows you never cared. And I'm just seeing some videos. You said you were under pressure to marry. I'm an Igbo woman. I do not recall any tradition in Igbo land that requires you to marry a child and a virgin. That's diabolical. You took away her innocence. She said she fell in love. Childhood exuberance. She's seen money, she's seen everything, and she was entranced, so she was enchanted. I won't condemn her for that. But what I will condemn is a full-grown ass man like you intimidating a child. Do you want to flex your muscles? Go face people like Dangote. Go face people like Otedola. They are your pedigree. You guys can duke it out. But for you to want to trample on this poor family because they are fighting for their daughter that you assaulted allegedly is a shameful thing. It's beneath the office you hold and the man you claim to be. Let me also reiterate, as a clinician who lives in a functioning society, you do not have the right to force anybody to go for treatment. First and foremost, you are not legally married to her, because if you're legally married to her, then you're committing bigamy with the multiple wives you have. 2, you did not marry her in church. 3, you contracted this marriage to a child traditionally. So I will call on the traditional rulers of your town to call you to order and to put a leash on you. The notion that she has to return back to Abuja and return to your home and to your hospital of choice sounds very fishy and diabolical. Let me reiterate, any healthcare provider or any clinicians in London, you have practiced law. In America, where are you? You cannot force nobody to go for treatment. And if this girl is alleging that you inject them and you rape her, there is a problem.
Because she doesn't know
the
how
only
to,
means for you
how to massage
to
words,
want her to come back
how
is
to
to
make
start
that
arresting
word
her siblings.
sweet for your ear.
That
Nothing
is
concern
cruel.
all that.
That is
She's a
beneath the man
full-blooded
and the
Igbo
image
woman
you have portrayed. Like
that
Charlie
knows her
Boy
what
said,
and
you are
knows
an
her rights.
ancestor. Act like one.
Some of you
And
will
to the
not be
Nigerian
truth,
police,
but the
shame
love of
on
money,
you. To the Nigerian
the love
judicial
of money
system,
will not let
shame
you
on
guys
you.
speak
To all the
truth.
women who are clapping,
love of
majority of
money.
you have this little girl as a daughter.
A complainant
Her age mate.
is now the
Yes,
one
some kids are
defending
stubborn,
herself.
like we are.
Looking deep into the cause of the problem, nobody cares. How can one person be battling with everybody? How can one person, they fight the whole world? Upon how many women will you keep for house? Some don't go, some day. Your community people, now so then they shout. If they talk, you arrest them. If they talk, you use the power where people give you. You still use the same power against the same people that gave you the power. Because now region, everybody just they talk. When it comes to your own turn, when it happens to your own sister, don't defend her. When they PaNed beat your sister, massage the man's ego. Don't even complain. Go and prostrate and tell him, thank you, sir, for beating up my sister. And if they buy your sister in the process, don't equally complain. Be happy that your sister died too. Okay? I beg people of good will, good-spirited Nigerians, and in fact, good-spirited people all over the world, because my video is not only for Nigerians. I know I have a lot of people that are watching me from every part of the world. Good-spirited individuals, human beings, please share this video. It's very, very beautiful for you to do so. Thank you.